So today I'm here at Pasaje del Terror in Blackpool for the event celebrating 20 years. And now it opened back in 1998, and of course it's now 2018, 20 years of a scare attraction. I'm joined by Aaron and Shane here from Pasaje del Terror. And firstly, Aaron, could you tell us a little bit about the attraction and how long it's been here and a bit of history on the group?
Yeah, as you mentioned, we've been here 20 years, opened in 1998. We've had numerous attractions around the world. We opened in Malaga in Spain in 1991, Orlando in 1996, Cancun in 2001, London in 2009. We've been everywhere, and as you know, in the UK now, scare attractions are quite the norm. Most theme parks have them, but we were one of the first in the UK or in Europe. Maybe in the world.
I mean, it's great. I've been coming here since I was a kid to Blackpool, and I've always remembered seeing Pasaje del Terror at the entrance to the park, and it's great seeing it there. And how many sort of visits do you get a year through? Do you know how many people come through? Or?
Six figures, but in total now we've had, just in Blackpool alone, close to about 3 million.
Wow.
So 3 million people have been terrified.
And like you say, the scare industry is something what's getting bigger. A lot of theme parks only do things at Halloween, whereas yourself, obviously, it's all year round, all throughout the Pleasure Beach season, February to November.
Exactly, and with everything being online now, it's very easy for somebody to go onto TripAdvisor and review about the attraction. We're always constantly changing. I mean, weekly, Shane is here every week, changing little things, changing lighting, changing sets. The actors themselves have their own unique way of scaring people. So we're always, making that effort for every single group to make sure they all come through.
Yeah,
screaming. And
I certainly love the changes. I mean, the last time I went through the attraction was in February 2017, so last year. And I noticed there's been quite a few new scenes in there, and I think this is more Shane's thing. So obviously you're the creative mind behind a lot of it, are you?
Yes, every year we're changing and developing new scenes. This year we've put in the shop scene, which is a celebration of all horror in general. I think it's working very well. It's one of our more detailed sets. We're always stepping forward to detail. We want our customers to be immersed within the room, the set. We want them to feel like they're actually within a movie, like they're a character, and that's what our aim is all the time, to make the customer feel great and scared and miserable and play with emotions.
And the most important part of a horror movie is the victims. So we really celebrate those victims.
And I love that new scene, like the shop scene. Like you say, there's a lot of little details in there as well. I mean, I can imagine that took a lot of time to put that together. There's lots of little props. And
we started developing the set and its details January last season, so we was building all the props, the details throughout last season, ready to build the installation and get it out to the public as soon as possible over the winter period.
Well, that's another thing with the seasonal ones. They have time off.
Yeah.
We don't have any time off, and although the Pleasure Beach closes for the season, these guys are spending those short amount of time, like building new props, new sets. There's no days off for these guys.
Yeah, I can imagine it certainly pays off because they've done a really, really good job with the new scene. And what did that replace? Sorry, what was there in the?
Originally, it was a couple of corridors, which was just dark corridors, and we sort of opened it out to make a room because we thought, instead of walking people around a dark corridor, we can hold the people a bit longer. They can see something unique, and obviously also look around the fantastic details, because it's almost like a museum/shop. You walk in there and there's so much to take in. Sometimes I feel like we wish we could hold the people in longer, because just there's so much detail and history in that set.
You could spend 15 or 30 minutes in there and you'll still notice something. Even myself, I go through and I'm going past with a little torch. Oh my God, look at that.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of felt like we were in there quite quick, really. It would be nice to go through that scene a bit slower. But I did notice that there's a lot more actor-led scenes in there now, in terms of stopping and having a bit of dialogue before moving on.
We've got one of our actors here.
Yes.
Pip has been with us now for
8 years.
8 years.
8 years, wow.
8 years.
And have you found the new changes in the attraction?
Well, everything comes with its own new challenges. It's always a new challenge learning a new role, but you adapt quickly, you learn to think on your feet in this kind of job.
Yeah, I can imagine, yeah. But 8 years, a long time working here. But I must say, I love the change in there. I think you've done a fantastic job. And it's just nice to have them actor scenes where you actually stop, a bit of dialogue, and then move forward into the attraction. It just kind of felt like you're in there a lot longer. Is there any sort of set times and things that you have to keep to in there then? Or is it sort of, especially being an actor in there, do you have sort of buttons to press for different show scenes and things? Or is it all sort of, you can improvise a little bit depending on the crowd?
suppose sort of you can improvise depending on the crowd. We all trust each other to work as a team and not to get under anybody else's feet or infringe on anyone else's time, but you learn to work with each other, you learn to work with everyone else's rhythm. Some do one particular scene longer, some do that quicker, but make up for it by doing another one longer.
That's it. Just like we say, no show is the same, no group is the same, and each actor has been trained to deal with each group as an individual.
Yeah.
A group of girls, a group of guys, it's all going to react,
differently to different things. Yeah, I've been through a lot of different scary attractions over the years, and maybe not as many as some of the other people who are at this event today. Which thank you very much for organising. We really appreciate it. It's great to come and celebrate this big milestone for you guys. But yeah, I've been through a lot of attractions, and it certainly is one to come and check out. Definitely, I'd recommend it. So when you guys open, how much does it cost, and is there any restrictions just for the viewers really to come down and check you guys out?
We're open daily now. If you want to check our exact times, you can go online. You can also book online because it's cheaper than buying on the door.
Okay.
But we're open daily now until the end of October, beginning of November. But check online for our times.
Yeah, and I'll put a link down below to their website, just down below in the video description. So check it out. Is there anything else to look forward to in the future? Do you think there'll be any more plans with it, or is that all a big secret?
We
for
don't
now?
reveal anything, but there are always changes. We do say the slogan "scarier than ever," and it is just that. I mean,
Certainly is that.
Effort to scare everybody individually.
The passage never finishes developing.
No.
It's something that's always evolving.
You'll be changing something this weekend.
Yeah. I sleep, eat and drink passage, so like literally it will be always changing and always moving
evolves.
forward.
That's great, yeah, that's really what I like to hear. And this is one for me personally. I've always called it Passage for some reason. Is it Passage or Passage, is it? Or is that just me putting a spell on it?
I think that's part of the whole the mystique. Like a horror movie, when you go through when you watch a horror movie, it's all about the unknown.
Okay.
And the exoticness of the name, the uniqueness, that adds to it, and the correct pronunciation is Pasaje del Terror.
Oh, okay. So I won't even attempt to say that one. Anybody who watches the channel for a while will know my pronunciation isn't amazing. But there you go. Can we hear that again? Go on.
Now good pressure. Pasaje del Terror.
There you go. I'm going to say that every time I come here and do a vlog now. But thank you very much for arranging the event. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
No problem.
And yeah, make sure you come down here and check it out. Like they say, they're open all the way through the season now, throughout the summer. Get those summer scares in before Halloween, and come and check them out. Thank you very much, and keep up the good work.
Thank you. See you soon.